Alright, what's the difference between compilation errors, runtime errors, and logical errors? Let's start with compilation errors. Let's say in this line, let's remove the semicolon. You can see now there is an underline in red, a red underline. So this means that there is a compilation errors. Note that compilation errors are also known as syntax errors. So compilation errors are where the programmer do a syntax error. So what's going on right now is that the compiler is detecting the error and is showing it to us via the IDE. Let's run our code. You can see that we got a build error, so we can't even run your program in compilation errors. So if you go to the error list, we can see that it's saying expected semicolon. Generally, you can just solve the problem by reading the error, but if you get a more difficult one, just need to copy the error and paste it to the search engine and start searching there. That's the compilation error. Let's go to runtime error. Let's create an empty list. Let's call it mail list is equal to new list. All right, and now here let's create program is running. And then we're going to access the first element of the list. So var, let's say get element is equal to, well, first index, let's say first element, because we can get the first one, first element. All right, and then let's do here mylist.first. All right, now let's run our code. Note that there is no compilation errors. We saw no red line here, so there are no compilation errors. You can see now the program is running, so it's saying it's running the string here. It's saying the program is running, and now if I press enter, so we stopped here. It console.read read line. Let's press enter, so we get the error. So this is the runtime error because it happens during the execution. You see that the program was running while the compilation error we couldn't even load the program. So how to solve runtime errors problem? Sometimes they are tricky. To solve them, what you need to do is use debugging. Let's put a breakpoint where the exception happened. So it happened this line, let's put a breakpoint here. And let's run our code again. Alright, program is running. And let's do some operation. Okay, press enter. And now we get an exception. We didn't get exception, actually we stopped at the breakpoint. Alright, so now if you do watch or go to this author tabs, depends on your IDE. So now we can see that the my list is equal, the count is equal to 0, which means it's empty. And then we're trying to access the first element. So now we understand that we're trying to get the first item of an empty list. Of course, it's going to throw an exception. So that's how we debug runtime errors. And now let's go to logical errors. Okay, let's say we have a concat method, and let's say concat strings. Okay, and here we get, for example, coding. All right, now let's create the method. We're going to change the parameters. We're going to use params and an array of strings. And now we're going to return and use the string.join. Alright, and here let's do an empty quotation and then do strings, the values, and we forgot to print the result. Let's print concat. Okay, let's run our code. Alright, our coding is amazing. So we got no compilation error, we saw no red line, we got no runtime error, we got no exception. Alright, but there is a logical error here, which is the result should be separated by space. So it should be correct sentence, while here is concatenated together with an empty space. This is a logical error because we expected something, but we got something else. So the solution here, just need to add the space here and then run our code. Okay, now the result is correct. To solve the problem of logical errors is to use a set of unit tests. That's the solution for it. Alright, that's the difference between compilation errors, runtime errors, and logical errors. Thank you.